Ruling party, the ANC, pulls out of major events to focus on more pressing matters. And Egypt on high alert as country launches counter-security operations against terror. Plus, Ethiopian government pardons 746 prisoners. It's the last edition of the program for the week, and it's a pleasure to have you. I'm Bisi Adebayo. Officials of South Africa's ruling party, the African National Congress, including the leader Cyril Ramaphosa, have pulled out of public events to focus on what they call pressing matters. The ANC official in the Western Cape province explained that the schedule changes relate to the party's push to force Zuma to stand down. Ramaphosa and members of the ANC's top 6 most powerful officials have been due to visit Archbishop Desmond Tutu, a close friend of late former President Nelson Mandela. Zuma has been South Africa's most controversial president since the end of white minority rule in 1994, overseeing 9 years marked by economic decline and numerous allegations of corruption. Channels TV South Africa Bureau Chief Betty Dibia joins us now for more. Betty, what more can you tell us about the ANC's change of plans to focus on more pressing matters?
Well, it's no secret what the pressing matters are. We've been seized with the issue of the president and people calling for him to exit or to leave office. The launch of the centennial in honor of the late President Nelson Mandela, you had a build-up of events for a few days in Cape Town, all because SONA and so many other events that happened in Cape Town this week, and a number of them have been postponed. Now, the lead up to the event on Sunday included engagement with ordinary citizens, including a visit to Archbishop Desmond Tutu and all that. All that has been cancelled because President Zuma, we understand, has left Cape Town. He's currently in the seat of power, which is Pretoria. And the ANC president, that's Cyril Ramaphosa, who is the deputy president, state deputy president, has returned to Gauteng as well, which is where Pretoria is. So the negotiations for him to be recalled or to be asked to resign, they're negotiating.
Now, do you think that the big rally on Sunday in Cape Town will proceed as planned, or is it at risk of being overshadowed by the confusion regarding President Jacob Zuma?
Of course, I didn't get your question. I didn't get that question.
I was asking that the big rally on Sunday, will it still go ahead, or the risk of the confusion about President Zuma's proposed exit, is that likely to affect the rally on Sunday?
The ANC, Pulemabe, it is going ahead on Sunday. The main event, which is the launch of that centenary, the celebrations that will happen the week through, is still going ahead, and we've just received letters for accreditation and the procedure for attending and coverage. But that's according to the spokesperson of the ANC at the moment. Of course, we have that big meeting happening in Gauteng on Saturday, the top 6 in the continued talks to the president, which is going to go on. How that is going to end, we don't know. How that will upset things, but I'm sure they wouldn't want that to overshadow what they're planning on Sunday in honor of their president, the former president.
Now, we understand that top party officials are preparing for another marathon emergency meeting on Saturday. Do you see this meeting providing answers to the many questions on the political future of President Jacob Zuma?
That meeting is really hard to say, because at the bottom line for that particular meeting is probably getting the easiest way out for the president in this setting, because there are several options. There are people waiting for him in Parliament with a vote of no confidence, which the opposition party is trying to bring forward now they haven't been obliged at the moment. That's probably getting him to agree to leave office. If it's one thing to want to recall, he has to accept. You have to negotiate with him for him to accept to resign from office. And if he resigns, he leaves with all the benefits of being the president. So as to whether he will provide answers, we don't know. Just this afternoon, we got the post by the president's wife saying the president is going nowhere. That's Tobega Madibazuma saying he's going nowhere. He's going to finish what he started. Of course, she's not an official person, but that has set a lot of tongues wagging. And she said things are about to get ugly in that post on Instagram, and is making headlines at the moment. What that means, it's out there. Nobody really knows what it means, but we know that this weekend will have a lot of activities. As to whether it will provide answers, whether the president will please, in terms of a recall from his party that deployed him, it's hard to say at the moment. But on another front, the issue of the vote of no confidence or impeachment on another front as well is still waiting there for him. So if this doesn't succeed, that the opposition parties are waiting, and even probably members of the ANC.
Thank you, Betty.